Hey guys, welcome to a RoCitizens tutorial on how to basically play the game and all the basics and all that. I'm decently far in the game. I know I don't really have the best house. I do have a muscle car, however. So basically when you spawn, you're probably going to be really confused. Don't worry about what my character looks like and stuff. So basically going to go through all the inventory stuff first, and then I'll get into getting started in the game, getting money, starting to get cash. You do get a little bit of money every couple seconds you play the game. It's like 10 bucks, though. It's not going to be very much, but it does add up after a while. So this is where your shop is. You got all of your furniture here. You can buy money. I recommend you just legit play the game, though, because it makes it more fun that way. And then here you can buy blueprints for a house, but these are very expensive, so I don't really recommend that at first. And then here you can get furniture. I wouldn't worry about this too much either, but it is going to be really important that you do get some furniture when you start out. But anyways, so here for all your stats, you have your hunger, energy, hygiene, fun, and comfort. The only one that doesn't require furniture is hunger. So if you have some friends that play this game and they have a house, I recommend you stay at their house or get an apartment as soon as possible. But we're going to go on beyond that. There's a lot of mechanics we have to go through. So this is where you customize your character. You basically click where you want to change, and then you can also edit your bio and stuff like that. So that's all kinds of cool stuff. And then you also got your backpack here, so if I have some food, I can just go ahead and take that out. All your furniture stuff. Basically, that's also important. Emoticons, you don't have to worry about this, but if you want to derp around or sit there and slip over and over again, you can go ahead and do that. Or if I want to annoy this guy, I can go ahead and do that too. So that's always fun. And then here's your phone. I'd recommend you always leave this open because this is like 90% of the gameplay is on your phone right here. So we're going to talk about getting cars. Car is not that important in the beginning of the game, but it does help you get around. I don't really recommend buying it at first, though, because they are expensive depending on how much money you have. So the first one is a classical car. It's $1,200. It is extremely slow. It's honestly faster if you walk. That's how bad it is. But so first, let's talk about getting a job. So when you go to My Work, you can start browsing jobs and such, and you can choose what you want to do. So right now, there's 4 jobs in the game, and I'm sure as it gets updated, there's going to be more. And you can do law enforcement, crime, medicine, or retail. You can ask your friends or so which one's the best. Retail, you just work at a store and do some basic tasks. Each job has tasks. As you work, you'll get money from tasks. And then there's also job promotions when you do well in your job. And also, if your stats are higher, you'll get more XP from the job too. So as you get promoted, you're going to get more money per hour, and your time is going to change, and your title is going to change in the job too. And sometimes your task will change slightly too. And you can quit your job at any time and get a new one. But you probably, maybe if you're like unsure, maybe try all the jobs, see what you like best, and then stick with it. Because if you don't stick with it, then what's the point? You know, you're not going to get promotions and not get any more money. You're going to sit there being poor all the time. When you start out making a job, your first time, you'll probably make $400. After a while playing this game, I make about $1,000 after I do my job each time. And then you also got the money bonus on top of that. So I'm probably making $1,200 to $1,500 a day, which is pretty good. So I can get multiple pieces of furniture, or I might be able to upgrade my house. I already have a muscle car, as I said before. That's a $4,000 car. So let's talk about getting food. When you first start out, you probably want to get a little bit of food. So I usually just go to Taco Cane. You can also buy ingredients, which gets much more complicated. So this is the easiest way to do it, is you can click this girl or click the cashier, whatever you want. Buy pizza. I mean, it's $9 for 40 hunger. That's pretty good. And if you ever get hungry, like if this goes down to like 50 or 60%, just eat a piece of pizza. That's only $9. So pretty good there. So the first thing you want to probably spend money on is to get an apartment, since you can put all your furniture in there and such. And then you can restore all of your good stats over here. So, apartment is basically the same thing as a house. It's just an apartment, so that's not really a big deal if you have an apartment. So, you can go ahead and buy an apartment, but since I have a house already, I'm going to go ahead and go to my house, and basically you can apply the same things to your house. Apartments are $500, and if you go to the top floor where they're a bit nicer and bigger, they do get up to $1,000 or $2,000, never mind. So, you might as well just buy a house by then. You do have to buy blueprints for houses, and there's additional expenses that cost beyond that. So once you get your apartment, you can simply teleport there. I currently have to spawn my house. Everything does save in this game, by the way, so I'm going to go ahead and spawn in my car.
So you can spawn this. This is kind of showing you what the cars are like too. So I'm going to go ahead. Your car will spawn at the parking garage if you do not have a car. But the cool thing about the apartments is that it's right next to the parking lot, and you also got the restaurant over here. You got all of your shops around here somewhere. All that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and drive to a spot where I can spawn in my house. And then all these lots over here, you can pick out any lot you want, which is really, really nice. So you can choose wherever you want to live as long as it has a for sale sign and an import saved house. And this will not import unless like you have an actual house, not an apartment. You can't transfer apartments. But so this is my house. Pretty basic. I got quite a few $1,000s of furniture in here. I recently did move stuff around, so I don't know if I like it yet or not. I have to probably get used to it. So I recommend turning on all the lights in your house, and you can leave doors open if you want. So I know I'm kind of jumping around a lot here, but if you want to have roommates or some of your friends like mess around in your house, or they have like permissions to open doors and turn on lights and like turn on your electronics and such, they'll be allowed to do that if you go to my house and you click roommates and you put them in slots. So if I was to do like 090 bio, or for instance, then he would have good access to my house. And there's also house customization. I don't know. I think you can do this with apartments, but with houses, you can pretty much customize everything with that. Okay, so parties. I wouldn't worry about this as much either. But anyways, besides the point, where was I going? Lost my track. Anyways, work. Get a job. Find some work. Get money. And then once you have an apartment and such, you're going to have to find a way to restore all your stats or live at somebody else's house for now. I'm sure you can ask around in your server, hey, can I live with somebody? They might troll you. Just be aware of that. So let's go to furniture. So you have 4 stats that you need to do with furniture. Fun is really easy because you can just have a TV or computer on and it automatically fills up. But comfort's also pretty easy, so if I go ahead and sit on a chair, for instance, then my comfort will restore as I sit on it, and then it'll go to 100%, and then we can just get off. And you can click that by clicking done when you're sitting. So let's go ahead and do that. And also, another important thing to do is keep track of time. You can kind of keep track of it outside. But this is important because you'll know when you have to work and such. So you can be like, oh, I have an hour until work, which the time in this game is maybe a second per minute, or second of real time per minute in game. So to restore my energy, I simply get a bed and then I just sleep on it, and energy restores really fast. And now for hygiene, you can just go ahead and get like a bathtub. They're like only $300, and then you can just sit there and bathe, and then it automatically goes up too. So basically, I'm just saying that furniture is extremely important to keep your stats up, and then just make sure you have food in your inventory, and then you're all good to go. So basically, you just need something to sit on, such as this swivel chair. That works nicely. What else do you need? You need some kind of entertainment source, so Noob TV is good, and that's $200. So we're to $350 already, so that's pretty good. You can get a cheap bed or whatever you want. So if we scroll down here, you can get kind of... The advantage with these bigger beds, though, is that you can fit multiple people on them. So if you're living for friends, they can sleep with you. So you can have multiple people sleeping. So better stat restoration. But the cheapest bed is a twin, and you can customize which color you want to. And usually the more expensive items, they restore faster, but it doesn't make a huge difference. So now you have a bed, you have something to sit on, and then you have a fun source, and now you just need... That'll actually pretty much... Oh, hygiene, that's right. So you go to bathroom, or whatever uses hygiene. Hot tubs also restore hygiene, but they're expensive. A bathtub is $300. Do not buy showers. They do not work. I don't know why you can't do anything with them. They're good for decoration, though. And trust me on that. I've had friends that bought showers, and they do not work. And if you buy a shower, that's your own fault. But so I have all kinds of cool stuff in my house. Looks pretty nice. I love it so far. Your house is completely customizable. Let's show you a little bit about customization and how this all works. So basically, when you select the item in your inventory, you can move it around in your house as long as it's your house. If you go into like a random person's house, and you're like, hey, I'm gonna take stuff out of my inventory. It's not gonna work. But so basically, you press R to rotate. It should line up with like walls and stuff automatically. Make sure it is on the right side. Otherwise, you'll get like spaced out like that if it's on the right side. But if it's on the right side, then it goes like that, nice and smooth. So let's place down a counter, and then we can place down a chair, and then voila. I know that's not symmetrical. You can always move it. Completely customizable, really easy to use. And you can also store it for later, and you can also sit on it and do whatever you want to it. So I'm going to go ahead and actually put this back in storage again. What else? For your house, you can close your curtains if you want more privacy. If you don't want people coming in, obviously shut your doors. And the cool thing about work in your house is that you can just, when your job starts, you'll get a huge pop-up on your screen saying your work and shift has started. You can automatically teleport to it. So you don't have to worry about going to work on time because you can do it automatically. So an hour or two before work, I recommend going back to your home and restoring all your stats and getting ready for work. And then you're ready to go. You got some good stats going, and then you'll get some good XP from that. And then later on, you can get a car so you can travel around faster and do whatever you want. So next, I can go on about food and recipes, which I never do because I'm lazy. But if you get a stove and such, you can go to the store, like a supermarket, which is where retail works. It's really dark out. Let me go ahead and skip to the supermarket. Oh, and one more thing before we go to that. At this little store right here, you can customize your character. So I can go here, and you can pretty much, you just click the item, you can buy it, and then you can customize it at your character. It is kind of expensive. You don't have to worry about customizing your character unless if you actually need to. I would worry about cosmetics. They're completely a secondary thing. Get all the essentials you need to make money at first, and then you should be good to go. You can also ask players for money, but I just recommend you play this game by yourself and don't cheat. You know, there'll be all kinds of hackers and people, like rich people like this person, for instance. Not that they do it, but they'll be like, hey, I'll give you like $10,000. Like, play the game. Don't, like, sit there and cheat through it. But anyways, at the supermarket, you can buy ingredients for food and stuff. If you go to your stovetop, you can store your food in fridges and stuff. Just be aware that if you make roommates, I think they can steal food from you. But food is quite expensive, so I just recommend you buy from the restaurant. But actually, food is kind of cheaper, but at the same time, you do need a stove, which is quite expensive. But when you make, there's certain ingredients per food item, and when you make that food item, you get like a lot of food items from it. So if I like buy a $40 turkey and a couple other ingredients, which will cost like $70, I can make like 12 turkeys out of that for that recipe, which is really, really cool. You don't get anything beneficial, but you do make some pretty cool stuff out of it. And also kind of bragging rights. So managing your car, once you do get your car, you can turn on your lights. I recommend leaving them on. Also, if you're afraid and paranoid and somebody's going to like steal your crap, you go ahead and lock your car when you're out of it. And then once you're back here, just unlock it and then it's ready to go for you. And never worry if your car gets stuck. Do not drive off-roading. It's really hard to get back onto the road, especially if you have a slower car. You can just go ahead and respawn it or whatever and make sure you don't sell it. So game settings, oh, that's coming soon actually. And there's also news announcements for updates and such if you want to check that out. Messaging system, this is actually really cool. You can message players and then you'll get notifications and such. You can also be like a really creepy person and message people randomly and make friends and do all that stuff. And don't OD, please. That stop sign is really freaking huge. I just realized that. Don't call the police on me. I never pay attention to stop signs. I'm just kidding. It's a game. But anyways, I think that'll be pretty much all. I think I covered all the basics for this game. Basically, just get a house, keep all of your stats together. I'll actually continue this video and show you guys what it's like to work. So I gotta wait a couple more minutes in game to wait for work. I'm gonna go ahead and go off-roading. Don't worry about me though, cause I can do it. Got a fast car. This is a $4,000 car, and it's still fairly slow, as you can see here, and I am still getting stuck. But anyways, I'd recommend you hold off on cars until you have a lot of money, and don't buy the classical car. Please no. It's $1,200, and like it turns like 1/5 the speed of this, and it's barely faster than a walking guy. It's stupid. But anyways, let's continue on and wait for work to come by. Oh yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention. You can have this little patio outside that comes with your house. You can build outside of here, by the way. But anywhere on this grass area, you can't really build. And I don't think you can build on your thing outside either. But work's coming up in a couple seconds, so we're going to go ahead and keep recording now. So you'll see that there's a big pop-up for work coming up. I recommend you leave your car at your house, and also you lock your car. And just make sure everything is done before you go. And we have all of our stats almost maxed out. So we're ready to go. And now you get a notification time to go to work. So just go. I recommend you don't skip because you're here to make money, right? You need the money. You need to get better stuff. You need to improve yourself. So this is the retailer job, by the way. I'm a assistant manager, $41 an hour. And I got the Game Pass, so I get like $82 an hour. And you do these tasks. Let me close this leaderboard so I don't annoy you guys and close this chat. So it'll tell you with a little notification area like this. It's your little star. And then you can go and interact with it. And every time you do these tasks, you get a bonus reward. And also you get more things towards your promotion. All the pay and all the promotion XP goes towards the end, though. It doesn't just pop up right away. So towards the end of your work, so you might have to wait until the end of your work. But I don't recommend going AFK because you can get so much more money while doing tasks. I can complete normally 15 to 20 tasks in one work day. And that's easily an extra $300 to $500 right there, because tasks are all worth different. Sorry, failing my English right there. I kind of like reading the chat though, seeing what people and what shenanigans are going on. But anyways, this is kind of what the retail job is like. Every job is different, like I said before. So you may be doing different stuff, but I think it works under all the same system. And other players are working with you too if they have the same work hours. This is not a worker though. He doesn't have the blue uniform on. I think you automatically put uniforms on when you're underworking. This guy doesn't have a uniform either. So also you can kind of tell where your location is if you read the description. It's kind of nice though because you got that gold star that really helps out. I wouldn't really recommend the retail job. I think it's really the most popular. It gets really repetitive. I think every job gets really repetitive. There is a variety of things to do, like you can clean spills, but you can just get a random task. Mostly it's restocking and checking inventory and doing paperwork. I rarely get to clean spills or manage customers up here. When you do clean spills, however, it is dynamic, so like it'll actually disappear and such. And restocking things, I think it does help. I don't know exactly, but it is pretty cool how this system, how all works. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video until we finish our work, and then I'll show you how the money and promotions work. And if you do really well in your job, you're not going to have any problems. You're going to make plenty of money. And basically, you just have to wait and keep improving, and then you can get what you want gradually. And it's kind of up to you to decide if you want to buy a car, improve your house, get more furniture, stuff like that. But as long as you have the basics down, then you pretty much can go beyond that without any problems. And just make sure you don't get trolled on this game. You know, if somebody's like, get in my car, and then they can lock you in their car permanently, and then you can't really get out at all. There's still your ways, but and you can also troll in this game to other people. Like, you can go inside their houses. I've ding-dong ditched people too. It's pretty funny where you ring their door, and then like they come over and open the door, and they walk outside, and either like you can hide and wait, and they would be so confused, or you can run inside too. That's kind of funny too. And hide, and then kind of like play a stealth game through their whole house. It's pretty good. So, again, I'm just going to wait this out for now. I got like 3 more hours to work, it looks like. Anyways, I was talking to some people on this game, but now we just completed our work, and we completed 19 tasks, so it shows you your total money, and then it shows you your promotion progress. And good luck to everybody, and I hope you enjoy this game, and you have a good luck on your career. This is really fun. Bring some friends along. It's a lot more fun with friends, especially when they work with you. And if you make sure to check out my RoCitizens series Let's Play too. You can kind of see how I progress through the game, and you can learn from that too. So if there's anything I missed, I dearly apologize. And again, this is kind of a basics tutorial. It's not really that advanced, but that pretty much covers all aspects of the game. And if there is anything I missed, please mention it in the comments. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comments or message me or contact me on social media. There's a million different ways you could do that. But that'll be pretty much all. If this was helpful, please subscribe and like this video. I got plenty of other content, other things you can watch too. And that'll be pretty much all. And I think that'll be pretty much it. Don't forget to like this video as well. And I really had a lot of fun playing this game, and we still are, and hopefully later in our Let's Play we can get a mansion and stuff. I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed.